So hi everyone, welcome to this segment of Event TV. Today we're going to be talking to Dolci. He's going to be talking to us about cake trends. We're also going to be learning the very basics of piping and decorating cupcakes. So stay tuned. So hi everyone, I am here with Lisa Dolci. And she is the owner of Dolci, which some of you may know their bake shop, which is on Dundas West. And they also have a beautiful culinary studio, which we're in today. So tell us a little bit about what Dolci does.
We're a bakery and a culinary classroom, and we do corporate team building events for small and large groups. And we have a little bake shop, and we sell our cakes across the city to wholesale and retail customers.
So there's been a gaining popularity in doing culinary events, especially stuff that's hands-on and interactive. Tell us how you sort of came to start these corporate team building events.
I started off with finding there was a lack of culinary activities that weren't super serious like some of the colleges and weren't super junior for some of the children in the city. So I thought I want to create a space where people can come as adults and have a fun experience with their friends, with their teams, with their children, and not have to feel like they've committed to a 6-week program or something that's kind of maybe too junior.
So tell me about some of the examples. Walk me through the experience of a class that you would organize here for a corporate group.
Okay, so some of the classes we have are croissant making, pie making, macaron making, cake decorating, bread class, and we have candy classes and kind of seasonal classes throughout the year, so gingerbread making at Christmas. Everyone that comes to class gets to make their own products and take them home. They're guided by a highly trained chef. Some of our chefs have worked in Michelin-starred restaurants around the world, and they leave with something that they've created themselves. It's a lot of fun, there's music, and they get dirty and have a good time.
And typically, how long do the programs last?
Our classes are 2 hours to 3 hours, and our corporate team building are a little bit longer because we include food and drink and sometimes a meal.
So tell us some of the trends that you're seeing in corporate events and how cakes and baked goods and what kind of desserts you're seeing at events.
So we're seeing a big trend. One of them is to shop local, so support small businesses where they can create something really custom for an event. The second is we're doing a lot of custom flavors for people that are gluten-free, vegan, dairy-free, sugar-free. So it's super exciting to experiment and test recipes with that. We are also doing a lot of unicorn cakes, which is a huge trend. So any age, any genre, any style, we kind of create something magical. And the last one I would say is that cakes are now centerpieces for events. So people plan a party around a cake with balloons and sweet tables, and we kind of can work with that whole mix and bring the cake to be the wow factor.
We worked together a little while ago, and we used a cake as a centerpiece. It was great because we were able to incorporate it into the programming and kind of make it interactive at the table and have an official cake cutting. And then we also had people kind of share the cake. Family style seems to be really popular these days and doing stuff that's interactive. So I think cake is sort of a fun element that allows for that. Yeah. So tell us some of the kind of tips in designing cakes.
Tips in designing, we're seeing a lot of people moving away from fondant, which is a very, traditional method, to more of a buttercream, which gives it the same taste and look, but has less of the bulk to the cake. People are wanting less, extreme designs, so we're working with very simple, sleek looks, and tips are just kind of come with ideas and photos and pictures, and we can kind of make your cakes come to life.
So Lisa's going to teach me the basics of decorating a cupcake, and I'll be honest, I might be creative, but I've never thought that this is really my forte. So walk us through the instructions on how to do this. I've never actually worked with a piping bag before.
Okay, so we're going to take our piping bag, and we're going to put our tip in it. Do you want to do it, and I'll hold the microphone?
Sure.
Okay. You're going to put the tip in.
Okay, just in the very end.
All the
here.
way to the very end. Okay. And then you're going to cut on a diagonal so the tip can kind of peek through.
Okay.
And then cut it on an angle.
Okay. So just here?
Yep.
Perfect.
So as long as it can peek through and all the little tabs are. And now we're going to fill our piping bag. So you want to hold it kind of like you're holding a beer glass.
Okay.
With your left hand. And are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to fill it with some buttercream icing.
Okay.
But we're going to color this first. So we're going to put a little bit of food coloring, so a little bit of red and pink.
Okay. So how much icing is in here approximately?
Oh, this is probably a cup of icing.
Okay.
And then we're going to mix it.
So 1 or 2 drops of food coloring for a cup of icing. So what
Yeah.
if you have regular food coloring? Can you use regular?
You can use the regular one. It's more liquidy than the gel. You might need a few more drops. Just depends on the color you're going for. But I always say start with less and then you can add more. So we didn't put too much, so it kind of came into a very light peachy pink. So if you're okay with that, what we're going to do is we're going to take a dollop of it. So that's going to be your starting point. And you're going to never put your spatula in the bag. You're just going to put it on an angle and use it like that.
Okay.
So you can do the next one.
There's my dollop.
Yep.
It's a big dollop
Yep.
on an angle.
There you go.
So what happens if you get it everywhere?
Well, yeah, you're fine. That's
Okay.
the joy of cooking. Yeah, exactly. Look, you've done this before.
No, I haven't
She's
actually.
a pro. She's a pro. And you're going to kind of just squeeze it down. Yep.
Okay. But I feel like I'm wasting all this.
No.
Oh, okay.
So now you're going to I'll show you how to hold it properly.
Okay.
Twist it so it doesn't come up back up your arm. And then you see it's going to come out.
Ooh. Okay.
So you're going to want to hold it kind of like an airplane. Put your hand out. Squeeze with your muscle here.
Okay.
Don't squeeze with your fingers like a claw. I always say don't do the claw. And then you're going to hold your piping bag at a 90-degree angle.
Okay.
And you're going to start from the outside and squeeze a nice, beautiful bit of buttercream. And you're going to stop. And
That
then
looks nice.
to top it all off, put your favorite sprinkles on it.
Nice.
Now it's your turn.
Okay, that looks easy enough.
Yeah. Yep. Look at this. She's a natural. Fantastic.
There's lots of icing on this one.
Try another one.
Okay. It's made of what?
There's different ways to make it. So butter and icing sugar is the traditional buttercream. Or we use a cooked eggnog, so it's a little bit of a smoother, silkier texture, and we call that a Swiss meringue buttercream.
Okay.
Yeah. So cupcake decorating was our first class, and the good thing about all of our classes too is you get the recipe when you leave, so you can recreate all of your creations at home.
Awesome. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. So how do we find La Dolce? If we're interested in classes, and where do we find you?
Book online at ladolci.com. Come visit us at Dundas Street West, 1006. Or we opened a little kiosk at Scarborough Town Center, so we'd love to see you at any of our locations.
Fun. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Pleasure. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Take care.